Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to the Cajun Libertarian Live. I am your host, the Cajun Libertarian. Love to be here tonight. Love having y'all here tonight. Going to be an awesome show. Please stay tuned. It's going to be great. I will be live talking with Dave Jones, the state chair for the Libertarian Party, Tennessee, next on the Cajun Libertarian Live. Yes, let's do this. Everybody, thank our sponsors for helping contribute to the liberty message, to the moving forward of what we're trying to do. So let's get into our sponsors of the show, which are very, very, very much appreciated. First up, Fierce Luxury is a high-end bag and accessories consignment store based online. They carry the hottest brands like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Gucci, and Hermes. Consign with them for a 30% fee, 20% less than most consignment stores. Find them online at fierceluxurybyashley.com. That's fierceluxurybyashley.com, and on Facebook in their exclusive group, Fierce Luxury by Ashley. Again, that's fierceluxurybyashley.com. Please go check her out right there. High-end bags and accessories. Fierce Luxury by Ashley.com. We have another sponsor that is getting raving results, y'all. Like, no kidding. Same as Ashley. This one's getting very huge. Just dropped today for Apple. It's been on Google, Samsung, whatever you want to call it. But now Vid Debate is on Apple products. So please check them out. The creator is Brian Lamar, a friend of mine, also the vice chair for the Libertarian Party of Mississippi. And so he has designed this app. The Vid Debate app is designed to give users the ability to use their God-given right of free speech to post up to 3-minute videos on the topic of the day. Every day, Vid Debate will post a question in the hopes to draw strong opinions from all sides of a range of topics from pop culture to politics. So please go check out that app. It is getting very popular very fast. And last one, Laura Province, K2 Realty. Your home is your sanctuary. As a second-generation real estate agent, Laura Province knows the importance of helping her clients navigate through the home buying and or selling process. Whether you're buying your first home, a second investment property, or seeking that dream retirement residence, you will have a seamless experience with K2 Realty. That's Laura Province with K2 Realty. So thank you very much to our sponsors of the show. And let's get right into it. The man of the hour, Dave Jones, Libertarian Party of Tennessee State Chair. Let's bring him on.
Howdy, y'all. How's it going?
What's up? It's going good. How are you, my man?
Doing all right. Glad to be here on the show tonight. Talking to you about a lot of the things that we've had going on in the Libertarian Party of Tennessee. A lot of the things that we've got going on. For some people who might not know me, like Cajun said, my name's Dave Jones. I am the chair of the Libertarian Party of Tennessee. Been involved with the party since, actively involved since about 2016. Held several different offices within the state party, all the way from county to regional, now state office. Worked several different campaigns over the time, and just absolutely love what I do. Love getting the message out there, and working with all the wonderful libertarians that we have there in Tennessee and our surrounding states. One of the things that I've kind of focused on as state chair of Tennessee is we have a lot of states that surround Tennessee. So we've been kind of what we call Libertarians Without Borders initiative. We've been working a lot with our Georgia party, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas.
Nice.
we've been working with some folks out of Virginia, North Carolina. So uh, just trying to do a lot down here in our region, not only helping out our own state, promoting our own state, but helping those people that surround us as well. A lot of great people down here in the southeast with the Libertarian Party, especially, give shout outs down to my
Hmm.
friends down there in the Libertarian Party of Alabama. I know you had Jonathan Reels uh,
Yep.
on a while back. He's running for U.S.
Yep.
Congress down there. So if you guys
Yep.
hop on over to vote for Jonathan, I know he's
Second,
trying.
yeah,
Was
second district of Alabama,
Yeah,
by the way, if you wanted to know the semantics. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, he's trying to get the voters list down there. I went down to Alabama. It was week before last, I believe it was. They were having a rally down there in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
One of the big
Yeah.
things that Alabama and Tennessee and even Georgia have a lot in common is the ballot access restrictions that our states impose on us here in Tennessee and Alabama. What had happened is, the state of Alabama had said that, the Libertarian Party of Alabama wasn't a real party and they couldn't get access to the voter rolls. See what the state of Alabama does. They give the Democrats, Republicans that voters roll for free. And when the Libertarian Party of Alabama wanted it, they said, nah, it'll be about $34,000 or so because you
Right.
guys aren't a real party. So they sued for that. But Jonathan, he's running a real good campaign down there. So he's going to try to raise the money to get that. So if you head over to his pages, you can help him out on that. But uh,
That's right.
the Libertarian Party of Tennessee, as far as what we have to deal with a lot of times with ballot access, is the Democratic and Republican parties need to get 25 signatures to be recognized as a party in the state of Tennessee. We have to get a little over 56,000 to get
Yep.
recognized as a Libertarian Party here in Tennessee. Tennessee state constitution states that elections shall be free and equal. And 25 versus about 56,000 isn't very free and equal to us. We had a bill go through,
Right.
tried to go through earlier this year, and got into the subcommittee there up here in Nashville. And a lot of the politicians up there kind of pulled back the mask a little bit and
Hmm.
kind of showed us exactly the reason why they don't want third parties on the ballot. As one of the gentlemen uh, who was there on the subcommittee, he stated that there's only Democrats and Republicans in Tennessee. There isn't anything else.
I
And
heard
if they
that.
allow anybody else on the ballot, that it'll just confuse Tennesseans, because when you get over one or two, us Tennesseans apparently get pretty daggum confused on the.
Right.
We can only deal with a couple of
So,
things at a time, apparently, according to our fine fellows up there in
yeah.
Nashville.
Yeah, well, yeah, they couldn't be more wrong, obviously. And
Yeah.
so let me clarify for everybody, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong here. But in the state of Tennessee, you have, I believe, the worst ballot access laws that I've ever heard of, and it takes about 56 plus thousand signatures for
Hmm.
a libertarian to get on the ballot, where it takes only 25 for a Republican or a Democrat. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we would, and with the signature attrition rate that they have here in Tennessee, they throw out about half of the signatures that we collect. So we would be looking at close to having to collect probably a little over 100,000 signatures just to hit that 56,000 mark to get officially recognized by the state. And
Yep.
since they came up with these laws back in the 60s, I don't think there's any third party that has been able to attain actual third party status here in the state of Tennessee. So it's been
That's
a
crazy.
significant hurdle for, of course, the Libertarian Party and then some of our other parties like the Greens or Constitutions or Birthday Party or whatever kind of other party might come along.
Right.
So So they really hammer it hard. And one of the worst things about that hearing is even after that representative said what he said, it came down to a vote, and it looked like we was going to have the vote 5-4 to push it through into the full committee. One of the So when they call for the vote as a voice vote, he's all in favor, say aye.
Right.
You know, we had 5 ayes. All opposed, say nay. We have 4 nays. And the subcommittee chairman slammed the gavel and said, "Motion fails."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So just denied it anyway.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that was definitely a disheartening day. But you know what? There's more than one way to get to the state of Tennessee on this. So we're
More
going
than
to
one.
be yeah, more than one way. So we're going to take a look at it. But we've been doing a lot of great stuff here in Tennessee. A lot of great events that we've had here in Tennessee. We had one several months ago that Spike Cohen was able to come out to. We had a breakfast buffet feed the homeless event that was
Right.
partly sponsored there, but Jonathan Rails said by the Shoney's Caucus. So we went out. We were able to feed the homeless there in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We were able to go out to the homeless cat camps and hand out some bags of much needed items that those folks might need, and talk to them about
Nice.
libertarianism. Brent
Right.
DeRitter came out from North Carolina with his
Love Brent.
organization. Yeah, with his
Yeah.
organization, Sell Liberty. He did
Yep.
a class for us there on Friday night. Then after we got done with the homeless event, we went out into one of the neighborhoods there in Murfreesboro, and we knocked doors, talked to people about liberty. So we had our little pound the pavement event out there. We chose
That's
one of the
awesome.
neighborhoods there in Murfreesboro that was probably one of the most impacted by government overreach and over policing, and started talking to those people in that community. Just getting the word out there, smashing our echo chambers here
Right.
in the Libertarian Party. It's easy to sell libertarianism to libertarians because
Right.
we're here. We may fuss a lot about it, but it's easy to sell libertarianism to libertarians. But once we get out there knocking the doors, those the people out there in the real world, those are the people that we're going to have to start reaching if we expect to start getting headway in winning elections.
That's
Starting
right.
to push back on piss poor legislation that tries to get pushed through. It's
Right.
just winning over the people and realizing, we can go out there, talk to them, put our ideas out, and that way, the next time they hear the name libertarian, they have a much more positive reaction to that name libertarian because they see us out in the
Right.
communities. They see us living our principles, living what we say that we're going to do inside their communities. And that's kind
Right.
of the approach that we've taken here in Tennessee, is getting out and really kind of showing that, because I'm a firm believer that libertarianism and the Libertarian Party is a party that's, I mean, the whole philosophy is based on basically love and compassion. In order for this stateless society to start working, we're going to have to be compassionate towards each other. And that's one good thing
Right.
about the state of Tennessee, is a lot of that, growing up in Tennessee is it's the how's your mama name type attitude.
Right.
Bringing over, yeah,
Yeah.
you
Same
bring
down here.
yeah, bringing over a covered dish. Somebody down the street, has a house fire or something, bring them some clothes or something like that. That volunteer spirit, because
Right.
Tennessee is the volunteer state, and we've just got that volunteer attitude about us. So going out in the communities and being able to preach that message to regular, average, everyday people, and those are the people that are going to make
Right.
an impact when it comes election day, when it comes to being able to go up on Capitol Hill in Nashville, or even in your communities, going out into your communities to your city council meetings, county commission meetings, and getting those people on board to help go out and fight some of this really really bad legislation that the state
Right.
pushes or the city pushes. And then when we start getting these candidates, LaMichael Wilson, who is my new vice chair here in Tennessee, he is from Memphis, and when he was our Memphis regional chair out there, it looks like Memphis is going to have a really good slate of candidates coming up. One office that they hope to be have someone running for is district attorney out there in Memphis, and that's going to be huge because I've always preached, wouldn't it be wonderful to see libertarian district attorneys, libertarian sheriffs starting to get into these offices where we talk about criminal justice reform all day long. If we can get some
Right.
libertarians into a district attorney's office or a sheriff's office or anything like that and start making actionable effective change at a local level, because I mean one group of people that I'm pretty passionate about that we really don't talk about a lot, and none of the parties really do, is felons.
Right.
Going out. A lot of people are afraid to talk about the word felon because immediately into mind it brings about something bad. But when you really look at and talk to a lot of the people who are really really hit hard are a lot of the felons who, and a lot of those people have been convicted of nonviolent victimless crimes that we talk about all the time that we would
Absolutely.
love to see changed. And these people are consistent victims of the state. They were
Big
victimized, they
time.
were brought in, they were convicted, uh, and they spent time incarcerated, and now they find themselves out, and it's extremely difficult for them to find employment, find places to live. It's really hard, and it really kind of pushes them back down into a path where they will possibly reoffend again and end up back into that system. So one thing I'd
Right.
I'd really like to see a lot of us start doing maybe is reaching out to our local communities that do help a lot of those people out, and being able to go in and talk to them, because these felons, they're not horrible people. They're our moms or dads or brothers or sisters, our best friends,
Right.
and things that have happened to them. And I believe that they've got a lot of value to bring to the table as far as being able to talk to us about what exactly affects them in a
So
day
are
to
you
day basis.
are y'all trying to change the laws up there in regards to what felons are able to do? Is that what we're talking about here? Is trying to
Yeah,
affect change within the
yeah, I
legal?
know of. Yeah, For All Tennessee, who isn't associated with the Libertarian Party, but are a very good organization that deals with legislation here. I know a couple of the big things that they've been looking at. One is trying to help on the front end so we can
Right.
help people before they end up into this system with things like jury nullification,
Right.
civil asset forfeiture, things like that. So,
Did a
uh,
show on that Monday.
yeah, absolutely. So, it's basically putting our money where our mouth is and putting into action what we preach, and
Right.
being able to talk to these people and see what are your concerns that you run into on a daily basis, because a lot of people's like, well, why would you want to reach out to because a lot of times these felons, they've lost their voting rights, they can't vote for you, but
Absolutely.
they're still human beings. We still talk about every single day about changing the policies that have put a lot of them into the positions that they're at. So if we can get get together with them and start talking to them, see what their concerns are, because they might not be able to vote for us
Right.
in some occasions, but they can work with us. They can tell their
Absolutely.
stories, because a lot of times we come
Big
and we
time.
talk from uh, a perspective that that's kind of a third hand perspective, getting a lot of that first hand perspective from people who are affected by this every single solitary day, and being able to give them actual, honest to God, real world solutions to
Right,
their
right, right.
problems rather than talk. Because most of the times, the
Absolutely.
other parties, they just want to sweep them under the rug. But they might not be able to vote, but who can? People that love them, that still, their moms, their dads, their friends, their kids,
Yep.
who see exactly how the system is just absolutely punching them in the mouth every
Yeah.
single day.
And not to mention, it's just being a good human being, right?
Absolutely.
Regardless if
And
they can help us or not. That to me, that kind of
and that's what
defines
libertarian,
integrity.
yeah. That's integrity. That's our principles that we talk about.
That's
That's the
right.
compassion that goes into being able to make our principles work. That's the love of each and every individual that we run into. That found themselves in a situation where they're victims of the state, and a lot of times they continue to be victimized by the state. And I really believe that that those are people that we need to be reaching out to and being able to
Absolutely.
bring on board into the liberty movement.
Absolutely. So before we get into our last sponsor, let me ask you this question real quick.
All right.
Um, should we continue to include, or should we just excommunicate Christopher Donnell, bootleg libertarian from the Libertarian Party at all?
I know
What
he is absolutely garbage at Jeopardy. I watched that one night. Holy crap! And I was like, get him off of there. He is he. But
Yeah,
I love bootleg out there. He
absolutely.
had me on his show when he first started getting it started up. I can't say much bad about the guy except stay the hell off trivia, man. Stay off of it.
Yeah, Chris is a good friend of mine, old bootleg for sure. But I had to let you poke fun at him for a second. So here's to our last sponsor, and Dave, this was specific for you to be held in the middle of this show. So here we go.
All right.
Joe Getz. Joe Getz for mayor of East Stroudsburg. Whatever East Stroudsburg needs, Joe Getz. Joe Getz for mayor. So Dave Jones, Joel gets most important question of the day.
Mm.
Do you like turkey bacon?
Turkey bacon. I I don't I can't recollect that I've ever had it, but I mean,
It's
definitely better
probably
than
the
fake
best answer.
bacon. Definitely better
It's
than fake bacon, I believe. Well, I don't believe. I know that for sure. I mean,
it's kind of
as we
fake
see,
bacon.
yeah, yeah. But I believe definitely real bacon is head over heels the best.
Absolutely,
Turkey,
100%.
if I was starving to death, even though that'd take a lot for me to end up in that situation. So, but I
That's
believe if I
great.
was on a desert island and there was turkey bacon, I would probably eat it. Yes.
Yeah, I would say that that's probably a winning answer for Joel Gitz for mayor of East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Whatever East Stroudsburg needs, Joel gets. And so I got another prompted question for you
All
because
right.
it was asked of me specifically to ask you. And look, for those of y'all that are watching, you don't know, like these couple of last questions here, I didn't screen Dave on. These are just off the cuff here because I wanted to catch him off guard.
All right.
The other off guard question is this: how bad does Brian Scott Lambrick make your life?
Brian Scott Lambrick actually makes my life a lot easier. I remember
Yes, he
I ran
does.
I ran into him. I ran into that cat back last year when I was working on the Ian Peak campaign up in Illinois,
He
and
said that.
we were both working on that campaign. And I remember he messaged me one day. He was like, "Hey, you're in Tennessee, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, I just moved down there. I'm trying to get involved. And he calls me up. He's like, "Hey, Dave. Hey, it's Brian Lambert. And I've been trying to get involved in the party, and I've called the party, and I can't get involved. I just really like you for you to be able to get me involved." And so, so once I slowed him down a bit, Getting him down from about
Okay.
100 to 80.
Yeah.
We started trying to get him more involved. He was instrumental in uh, especially my campaign, giving a lot of good advice. He really knows how to uh, run campaigns. He
Big
knows how to
time.
build affiliates. He's kind of like a one-stop shop, and he's just a ball of energy and a wealth of information, and I love him.
Absolutely. He is absolutely phenomenal. We talk just about, I know, not every day, but, at least once a week on the phone for far too long, as you can imagine. And so, Joe says, great impression of Ryan. Yeah,
Yeah,
so he is 100. It's hard to get a word in edgewise, but Brian Scott Lambert is my guy, good friend of mine. I know he's helping you out a bunch, and
yeah.
so he asked me specifically to be like, "Hey, if you're gonna say anything about me, ask him how hard I'm making his life." And I was like, "Well, we all know the answer to that. Obviously, you're making his life better, but I'll
Yeah,
ask it." And so,
yeah, he was definitely a great get for us here in Tennessee. Yeah, take
yeah,
that, Illinois.
right. And so, speaking of Tennessee and what you've got going on, what are the next future projects that y'all have lined out? What are your goals? How can we help?
Oh yeah, well, as I talked about earlier in Memphis, we've got a lot. They're starting to line up quite a few candidates out there in our Memphis region. A lot of city candidates there for the city of Memphis. We've also got someone who's going to be running for, I believe it's Tennessee House of Representatives, Nick Saywall. He's going to be a good candidate out there. So it's really once we start to figure out who all's going to be running, it's really going to be pushing these candidates, trying to win
Right.
elections. That's absolutely a number one goal is to get more libertarians in office. We've already got several here in the state of Tennessee. Great
Yep.
libertarians like Tricia Butler and
Yep.
Cole Ebel, Erica Ebel,
Yep.
Stephen Chambers. I mean, all of these people are great. Cole works really hard for his city council up there, and he pisses a bunch of people off, but it's the people that need to be pissed off he's pissing off, and
Nice.
he's the one that's being thrown out of city meetings because he's trying to defend his
That's
constituents and the taxpayers of
fantastic.
the city. So he takes no guff, and I'm so proud of Cole. I'm so proud of what Trisha's doing up there in Clarksville, Tennessee, and we need more of those
Yep.
all across Tennessee. Like I said, hopefully, we're going to have that DA candidate going out in Memphis. That's going to be a huge goal to work with them to try to get a libertarian in the district attorney's office there.
That would be
Uh,
amazing.
that would be absolutely amazing. So that's absolutely number one goal is working with our candidates to win. Let's win, baby.
Right. Yeah.
Let's get in office because we can only do so much knocking on the door from the outside. And of course, the second goal is to actually get out into our communities and get our names out there, serve our communities,
That's
start
right.
doing more of the pound the pavement events around the state, start talking to people who are the most affected by
Hmm.
the government overreach, things like occupational licensing. Several years back in Memphis, the city of Memphis did a raid on some of the lower income neighborhoods for hair licenses. They raided a
What?
lot of unlicensed braiding salons that people were running out of the backs of their houses and stuff,
Oh
and
my God.
shut them down. So just talking to them about
That-
things like occupational licensing, because when we go out and we talk to these people, most of them can speak libertarianism better than some of the most seasoned libertarians that we bring out there because they live it and
right.
breathe it every single day of their
Right.
lives.
Exactly.
So, they just don't quite know that there's a vessel or a party out there to that exemplifies those values and being able to get that out there and get them on board, that's going to help with our first goal,
Right.
which is getting libertarians elected in Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah, and you're seeing a strong trend in that direction, and I want to pick right back up with that. But real quick, I need to make sure that that story you just told us about hair salons being
Hmm.
raided out the back of their houses. That's in Memphis.
Yes.
And when was that?
Oh, I think it's back in around 2017, I believe.
Perfect. Good enough. I just want to know for my own research purposes because now I am probably going to dig into that right there and find as much information out as I can because it's absolutely ridiculous, absurd, and complete extortion and gang activity. Sorry, that
Oh,
pissed me off really
yeah,
bad.
absolutely. And that's one of the reasons, that LaMichael and his team out in Memphis has really made it one of their big goals to go after this district attorney office in
Amen.
Memphis. Memphis's district attorney, I believe LaMichael told me that she is ranked either second or third most corrupt district attorney in the country.
Wow.
So, so definitely something that we want to go after. Definitely an office that we believe that we could push and make some big gains on, and possibly get a huge win for n- not only the Libertarian Party but the people of Memphis and Shelby County.
Right.
Uh, and that'll only go to help the people like I was talking about before. Keep people from ending up in the system, so we start having to try and take care of them. Once they're processed through.
Right.
Stop the buck right at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we got to start with ending victimless crimes.
Mhm.
We got to start with ending qualified immunity so that good cops can hold bad cops accountable and be respected, and they wouldn't have to fear their jobs for doing so. This criminal justice reform is major and absolutely necessary, and I think we're seeing some daylight coming through that. Now it's just tiny little cracks at a time, but I'll take them cracks because eventually those cracks are going to bust. And as long as people like you and the Libertarian Party of Tennessee are continuing to put pressure on people like corrupt district attorneys, we're going to wind up seeing that trend in the right direction because we have the internet now and we can keep reporting on this and we can let the whole world know, hey, look, this DA was corrupt and here's what the Libertarian Party was able to do to expose it, and now we've ended it and we're taking
Yeah,
at least one step in the right direction.
yeah. Let's talk about For All Tennessee earlier. When we worked really closely with them, and we scored at least one good victory on the criminal justice front here in Tennessee when it was a unanimous vote to eliminate no-knock raids here in Tennessee. So
Right.
that passed unanimous in the House. The Senate
Yep.
was signed in by the governor of the state of Tennessee. Props go to For All Tennessee, Justin Cornett and Josh Eagle for that, and all the great libertarians that worked with them to help make that happen.
Yeah. Absolutely amazing. I remember that passing now that you're talking about it. Yeah, for sure. So, what other events do you have going
Oh,
here up the next couple of months?
well, let's take a look. See here, my my secretary, as she called her, did some information gathering for me a little bit earlier. AJ Campbell, she is listening right now, so she'll probably be
Oh
throwing
yeah.
some links up to some of these events that I'm about to
What,
talk
like
about.
that one?
Once oh yeah, they're already rolling in, and I'm just sitting here trying to find them. So
Yeah,
oh, here we go.
yeah.
All right, now I'm cooking with turkey bacon grease. I guess does it make
Oh,
grease?
Joe.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah. Let's not think about that. Mm. All right. So, as far we have a social and legislative successes recap event going on at the Gladiator Brewing Company in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's going to be on Thursday, September the 30th, from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. Central Time, because Tennessee is split into Central and Eastern.
You mean
That's always great.
you mean Central and Commie time?
Yeah.
Okay,
Christopher
perfect,
Darnell
perfect.
tries to call it freedom time, but
Yeah, no, freedom
yeah.
time. Washington D.C. cannot be in the same
Exactly.
hemisphere as freedom
That's a
time.
great
Sorry.
argument. I'm gonna use that every time he tries to tell me that junk. So then in October, the LPTN volunteer region, which is out in uh, which encompasses Knox County, Knoxville, and the surrounding counties, they're going to be having a potluck Halloween party and costume contest on October the 26th at 7
Nice.
p.m. I don't see the date, but I'm sure AJ is throwing the links there in the comments.
Oh
And then
yeah.
we've got our Liberty Shootout for charity to benefit the Family Promise of Bradley County that helps families get back on their feet from homelessness. It's going to be on November the 6th at 8 a.m. at Benton Sporting Clays in Cleveland, Tennessee. I'm sure AJ's throwing the link in there. And then earlier, I just got off the call for our convention planning event, the Libertarian Party of Tennessee's state convention for 2022 will be March the 18th through the
Oh
20th
wow.
in Manchester, Tennessee, home of Bonnaroo, right down the road from the Jack Daniels and George Dickel distilleries, right in the heart of southern Middle Tennessee and the foothills of the Appalachians. So we hope to see anybody out
Wow.
there that wants to come. We're going to have an awesome gala event. We're going to have special guests. You can come watch me herd cats. That's always fun, right? You watch me bang
It's
a gavel and tell people shut the hell up. We're trying to do business. See me struggle through bylaws. It'll be entertaining for all ages.
entertaining is key.
Yeah, it's entertainment for all ages. Up there banging a gavel around. We've got amendments to the amendment to the amendment to the amendment of the amendment of the amendment to the bylaw. So those are always
Right.
fun to watch. Definitely not a sleeper or a snoozer. So definitely, if you're in Tennessee and you're looking to get involved with the Libertarian Party, we're going to be doing a lot of different things at that. One of the biggest things that we're going to be doing is electing our slate of delegates to the national convention. So if you are interested in becoming a delegate to the national convention, March the 18th through the 20th in Manchester, Tennessee, that's where you're going to need to show up to be considered to be a delegate out there to Reno to give your voice on national Libertarian Party issues. And then of course, we're
Nice.
going to be giving our endorsement to our candidates. That's always a great thing to be going through. Bylaws, we're going to be doing those.
Hmm.
And we're going to have breakout sessions. It's going to be a great fun time. It's going to be down there in the heart of our whiskey region in the
Nice.
LPTN. So and everybody just head over to www.lptn.org to learn more about how the state of Tennessee organizes. We've got 9 different regions across the state of Tennessee. We've got our Memphis region, Delta region, River region, Nashville region, Whiskey region, Valley region, Upper Cumberland region, Volunteer region, and our Appalachian region, aka Bootleg. So
Hmm.
uh, go check it
Oh,
out if you're
bootleg.
interested in getting involved with the Libertarian Party of Tennessee. Whether you want to volunteer, whether you want to donate some money, money, right? Money helps make the party go around, helps us get our candidates elected.
Yes, it
So,
does.
so if you can go in there, drop some cash. If you're looking to get involved, if you're looking to run for office as a libertarian, definitely go in there, send us an email, drop us a note, and we'll get you hooked up with
Excuse me.
your local, regional, and county leadership, and start getting you on the way. So yeah, absolutely. Head in there and do
Thank you,
that.
AJ.
Yeah,
Big
everybody needs an AJ. Everybody needs an AJ.
big shout out to AJ, just throwing them up there. I see a lot of people as campaign managers and involved deeply within their their state and county parties. They're just all
Mhm.
over the comment section, making sure everything is up. This is amazing. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, this is the way
This is
for
the way.
sure. So, Dave, what else do we have before we get up out of here?
Oh, well, like I said, just head on over to, as you
Yeah, it's
see right
married.
there, lptn.org. Got all of our information on there. Shoot us an email, uh, and we will get you hooked up. Whatever what are you good at? What do you like to do? Are you a social media guru? Do you like to write articles? Are you good at? Are you wanting to start a local affiliate and work within that affiliate? Or hell, do you just want to vote for us or learn more about libertarianism and the Libertarian Party? Hit
Right.
us up, send us an email, and we'll get back with you, and we will put your talents to use here in the Libertarian Party of Tennessee. We're growing. uh we're making impacts all across the state. Join in with us. Let's make the rest of 2021, 2022 into 2023. Let's make it the best possible. Libertarians aren't just active during presidential campaigns, folks.
That's right.
We're out there pounding the pavement every single day, spreading the good word of liberty, and trying to be that beacon in the fog for a lot of people who are absolutely very frustrated with the government in which they have right now. So, uh,
In that stretches far and beyond Tennessee, but it is important to say that there's a lot of you in Tennessee right now that are getting elected at the local libertarian office, and
yeah,
that's breaking the ice, right? That's breaking
yeah,
ground, and it's only going to steamroll and snowball from there. And so we need to be looking at states like Tennessee and Pennsylvania and Indiana and places like these that are being able to put the boots on the ground and the people in office, and that's all under the umbrella of the state party, which is the Libertarian Party of Tennessee. State Chair Dave Jones, man, thank you.
well,
Look
thank you
forward
for
to
having me
talking
on.
with you. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, I'll be able to get to meet you. And well, are you going to be in Pennsylvania in a couple weeks?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna
Liz
make.
Terwilliger?
No, I'm not
Okay,
going.
all right.
I think I'll be out in Texas, working with one of the candidates out there. They had invited me to come out and
Busy
speak.
guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome. Yeah, helping out Canada all over the country, man. That's freaking awesome.
yeah.
And so outstanding. Well, hopefully I can get to the Tennessee convention. That would be amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'd love to have you.
I'd love to be there and to cover for you guys and continue to push Tennessee. I got a lot of love in Tennessee.
Oh
Chris
yeah.
or Bootleg is a really good friend of mine. I've had Trisha on the show, who I reference quite often about winning elections at a local, especially a big one like that one, where I think that's one of the largest city councils in the state. So absolutely amazing. Love Tennessee. Love you, Dave. Thank you very much, man. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you, my friend.
Will do.
Awesome. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, this is the way.
This is the way. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Dave. That was incredible. Great dude right there. Very entertaining, very intelligent, very caring, very empathetic. That's important in what we need in our state affiliates, our state chairs, the people that are going to be working hand in hand with political offices, right? That we're running for, and the people that are going to be running for them, to having ties with just good old fashioned folks like Dave Jones, and just so much. I haven't interviewed a state chair yet that wasn't this compassionate, and empathetic. I don't think, but Dave is just kind of a special breed. That's just all there is to it, right? But man, I see so much hope and potential for the party in every state. It's pretty incredible. So thank you very much for being here tonight. Great interview with Dave Jones. Let me make sure I don't have any more. You know what? I am going to go ahead and end on this note, since we still have quite a few viewers. I want to give you guys a sponsor that I am actually helping out. And it's going to be sponsored every Monday. But I want y'all to look at this. Mobile auto repair service, road service, tune-ups, and maintenance. Service and repair. Affordable pricing. Excellent customer service, quality workmanship coming soon to a neighborhood to you. Combining a passion for modern mechanics. Speaking of mobile auto repair service, combining a passion for modern mechanics, mutual aid, and ageism. Greasy Porcupines offers mobile auto repair services for those who need it most. With the shuttering of the economy in 2020, an increasing number of motorists were foregoing automotive repairs and maintenance because they just couldn't afford it. In April of 2020, Greasy Porcupines was established to help those who need to get their vehicles back on the road but can't afford the expensive shop prices and road assistance. They are building and growing a network of mechanics dedicated to getting motorists back on the road however they can, either by paying what they can or trading and bartering. So it's very volunteerist, right? And very sacrificial on the owner's part of mobile auto repair service. For those who are able and want to contribute to help others, they have parts fund to help those less fortunate. Currently servicing anywhere in Arizona and expanding nationwide soon. So please go check them out. Greasy Porcupines mobile auto repair service, doing an absolutely phenomenal job at helping people as best as they can and just asking for whatever you can give in return. Absolutely excellent. Please go check that out and help them out. Very, very important. Last of the comments, real quick. Greasy Porcupines. Nice. Thank you, Liberty Shamrocker. That beard puts all Muddy Waters media hosts to shame. Dave Jones has it. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. James, have whoever reach out to me. I am the vice chair of the Libertarian Party of Kentucky. Very fantastic. Thank you, James. So, with that being said, thank you very much to Dave for coming on tonight. Janice, Mobile Auto Repair Service / Greasy Porcupines. Thank y'all very much for showing up. Thank you to all of my sponsors, all of our sponsors. This is our show. Thank you to Dave Jones for coming on. And I will see y'all Friday night. Well, actually, you know what? Tomorrow night, you'll have Matt Wright on Muddy Waters Media with the Writer's Block. There may or may not be a bootleg show. There may or may not be an Eskimo show. As far as I know, both of them will take place. But the one I know that's taking place for sure is tomorrow night, Muddy Waters Media, Matt Wright and the Writer's Block. And then Friday, I'll see you right back here, same Cajun time, but on the Muddied Waters Media channel with the Cajun and Eskimo show from Bayous to Igloos. So please tune in for that. And then don't forget, on Monday nights, you have Jason Lyon, Mr. America, the Bearded Truth on Muddied Waters Media. And then you have me, the Cajun Libertarian Live on Just a Thought, the solo show, where it's just me in a few segments. And that is vastly becoming, I mean, it has eclipsed everything else as being the most popular show that I'm doing currently. So please check out all of those platforms. And then Tuesday, Muddy Waters Media, Matt Wright and Spike Cohen, the Muddied Waters of Freedom, traversing the Muddied Waters of Freedom, which is definitely my favorite podcast to watch for sure. I will see y'all very soon, which means Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on Muddied Waters Media with Eskimo Libertarian, the Cajun Eskimo Show from Bayous to Igloos, and I am out. Love y'all.